Hey Shea family, I'm Wani and this is SheaMoisture TV. I'm so excited. We're here today in Long Island. This is our brand new set. What do you guys think of it? I love it. I think it's super gorgeous. And also, I want to talk to you about these two brand new styling products that we have, and it's an extension of our Jamaican black castor oil collection, and it's exclusively available at Sally's Beauty. So Diane's going to talk to us today about the Jamaican black castor oil strengthen and restore conditioning design foam. I know we have very long product names, but that's our trend. And the Jamaican black castor oil strengthen and restore blow dry cream. So Diane, the first question is, oh, and also this is Shawnetta. I didn't mean to leave you out. Shawnetta is one of the Shea families, and she's here to help us out today. She lent us her beautiful hair, and we're gonna use these products on her today. But before I get carried away, Diane, tell me, why do I need a blow dry cream?
Well, when you're applying heat to curly hair, you want to protect it. You want to put something on it that's going to hydrate as well as smooth the cuticle down. So for those women who want the option of lengthening or extending the length of their hair with mild heat, to do it fast and to do it easy without damaging it, you're going to use the blow dry cream.
Yeah, that's one of the things, damaging the hair, the dryness.
Yeah, you can really destroy your texture by applying too much direct heat. So this way, with each strand, the cuticle is layered and hydrated each time you use it, and it makes it so much easier. The comb just glides through.
Okay, but let's smell this stuff. What does it smell like? Have you used the Jamaican black castor oil before?
Yes, I have.
So what do you think? Does it smell like the product you like? Do you like that collection?
It's amazing.
That's one of our best collections. That's one of our best collections, yeah.
And then it has the same.
It's a little heavier. It's a little heavier than some of the other collections, but that's the essence of the black Jamaican castor oil. I mean, you want something that's going to be a little heavier, really give it a glide, keep the cuticle down nice and smooth, and leave a seal of moisture while you're elongating the hair.
Right. So it's like great for if it's not for thin hair, like if your hair is thin.
Well, I would say this. I would say that
is it heavy?
For people who have fine hair, you could use it, but use maybe less of it because it might be a little too heavy for you. But for most women who have curly hair or kinky hair or even wiry hair, this would be a great option for you to elongate that hair, for you to stretch it a little bit so that you can do the other styles that you want to do, like a nice rod set, or if you want to flat twist it, or even do Nubian knots.
Okay, so we have the question, how do you use a blow dry cream, and what's the right way to use it? What's the right amount depending on the volume of your hair? Is there a right amount? How do you do that?
Great, you know, the one thing that I always tell people, everything's trial and error. So you use less, to me, is always more. So the less you use of something, you'll be able to gauge how much more you need versus using a lot of something and having to diminish it and take away.
Okay.
So start with small amounts, start with a small section as we're going to do very soon, and work your way into the hair, glide it through with a brush or a comb, and then apply the heating apparatus or the blow dryer as you see fit.
Okay, so what about Shawnetta's hair? How much
Well,
does she need?
Shawnetta's gonna do her own hair, because one of the things we want you to do, we want you to go to Sally's, we want you to pick out your blow dry cream, we want you to go home, and we want you to have the experience of lengthening and stretching your curls, and just to see what it will do. I mean, it's amazing what you can do when you have the right product. And also, you want to make sure that you keep the hair hydrated, so this is the cream that's going to do that while you're stretching it.
Okay, so let's do that.
Okay. Right now, I am just sectioning off her hair. I have some water and a couple of drops of oil. I'm using a tail comb to go in and to separate her hair. course, you flip it away, the part that you're not interested in using right now. She's got a lot of hair, so I'm going to separate it again. And now that the section has been detangled, now she is going to apply her blow dry cream. Just a dab.
But what's the right amount?
That's
Is that a lot? For that much, you use that much for just that little section?
That's not a lot.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, rake it through all the way to the end. You can even comb it, give it a little comb, make sure that it's distributed evenly. And as you notice, she started at the end and she's working her way up the shaft of the hair, because working your way up the shaft is going to keep the cuticles from frizzing and detangling. And now she's going to blow dry it. Really simple.
So what if you put too much? What do you do? Just take some water and move it out?
If you put too much, if you really think it's gooey and it's gummy and it's cakey and it's going to flake, you take a wet washcloth and you just wipe it off.
Okay. Because
right?
sometimes you have that
now,
white
how does that feel?
residue.
So already it feels good, right?
Yeah.
Already it feels really hydrated and moisturized and silky. And I can even run my fingers through it. I can even shingle it right now. So now you're going to take your blow dryer, turn it on.
Some of the things to keep in mind, because it's like how much heat is as you're blow drying the hair,
well,
right?
This
how
is the
much
thing.
heat?
If you
what
notice,
are some of the warning signs that I've applied too much heat? Like, first of all, I guess smell, right?
First of all, the smell of burning hair is recognizable on any level. So if you smell like your hair is burning, I would say it's too hot. The other thing is, some products smoke up and steam up while they're being with heat. And I know you've seen that before. With this product, you're not going to have that. These are all based on butters. And the butters that we have are going to melt and coat the shaft, not burn.
Okay, that's awesome.
So now her hair is
How
nice
does it
and
feel?
smooth.
What does it feel? It looks good.
It feels, yeah, it feels really great.
And what about the texture? Is this as straight as you would probably go, or do you think you would go straighter?
Sometimes I'd go in with a flat iron, maybe just a one pass, but typically I'll just leave it like this, maybe do a twist out or something like that.
Yeah, that's a great opportunity to really
That's
see.
true.
And it's also, this is another way to see her ends. You can see her ends. Before I would cut it and give her a trim, I would elongate it like this, just so I can see where her ends are. So when a person cuts your hair, even though your hair is natural, I always suggest to elongate the hair, stretch it out as much as you can, so that you can see that the ends themselves are really frayed. It's easier to see this way versus trying to cut your ends this way.
Yeah, and another thing to note, guys, this is really good for color treated hair as well. So that's something a lot of people, you know, they spend a lot of money coloring their hair and then they get products that fade it. The Jamaican black castor oil works for color treated hair. It's great for relaxed hair. It's just an all-around really useful product.
Right. So I wanted everyone to see that you can go home and do it yourself. I mean, she passed through this section, you know, maybe a dozen times, and we stretched it out. You can see the difference between this hair and that hair is all stretched out. And so now we're going to go back in, we're going to stretch out the rest of her hair, and we're going to show you how silky, how smooth the cuticle is, and how easy it is to maintain and manage.
And moisturize.
And moisturize,
right?
and hydrate, and protect from the heat.
Yeah, absolutely. I like how the curls are defining. You see how it's like sort of,
yeah,
the hair's drinking it up. It's drinking up the moisture. And look how it's combing it.
It's
like
very
taking
easy.
out it's like a detangler.
It's a detangler.
Huh? It's almost like a detangler.
It is a detangler. It's a leave-in conditioner.
Okay.
It's a leave-in conditioner that has thermal, you know, protectants.
Okay, got it. So you can wear it, you can use it just as a leave-in? You don't actually have to then blow dry your hair?
You don't actually have to blow dry your hair.
Oh, I didn't, yeah.
You can use it as a detangler.
I like the peppermint oil.
Now,
what does that do?
Comb that and put it with the next one.
How do you like it?
I really like it. My hair.
Would you use it yourself?
Yeah.
Would you really go out and get it?
Definitely.
Okay.
Because I've never used something that honestly has my hair still soft afterwards. Usually it's really dry and I have to go back and add in moisture.
Okay, so it cuts down on that process, right? You got the moisturizer and the protectant in the same product.
And I think that's you know, really the essence of the product.
Right.
To really give a two-step in one product.
Sort of making it easy for you, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like
and now you realize also too, it's a detangler.
Right. That's
A
right. 'Cause if you look
hydrator.
at how it's taking all the knots out of her hair.
It's a detangler and it's a leave-in conditioner.
That's right.
So it's a lot more than just a protectant. It's a leave-in conditioner and a detangler as well. Again, she's starting at the ends and working her way into the hair. And it's really working really nicely on it.
Do you need to put water and this? So like if I was doing your hair, do you spray it and then put the cream, or does it matter?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I sprayed her hair only because I wanted to break up some of the curls that she already had.
So if I have the blow dry cream and I also have a Jamaican black castor oil leave-in, right? How do I use that? Do I use the leave-in and then do this, or do I need to use both?
That's one thing about our collections. All our collections are integrated pieces.
Okay.
They layer each other, they mimic each other, they are, you know, part of a family. So if you want to use your leave-in and then detangle, fine, and then use the cream, fine. You're going to use less of the cream because you already have a layer of moisture and hydration already. All our products, all our collections integrate on that level. They kind of compound each other and support what you're trying to do.
Right, so I guess it depends on the day that you decide to use this, if you need a little extra, if you've already done your leave-in or your wash day.
Let's say you did a wash and go for 2 or 3 days and now you just want to elongate it and stretch it. You don't need to detangle it anymore. You already have a detangler and layers in there. Now you're just going to spritz it with a little water and oil, and you're going to reintroduce the cream for the blow drying.
Okay. So what's your wash day like?
Typical wash day is anywhere around 2 to 3 hours, depending on how dedicated I am.
You had mentioned something, blow drying your hair before, your hair felt one way. Now that you've used the blow dry cream, the Strengthen and Restore blow dry cream, how does it feel now?
So previously, when I would use other products, my hair at the end where the color is will be really dry. But right now, it's just, I can run my fingers through it. So cool. I'm really happy.
And this is gliding through.
Yeah,
it's just gliding through.
So good.
Yeah, it's gliding through. It's like, woo!
Yeah. And I don't see any shedding or nothing.
No, it's good.
It smells good. I don't smell burned hair. None of that stuff. And it feels, right? Because that's what I always get nervous about, the hair straightening thing. Especially when you spend so much time on your hair, your natural hair. You know how hard natural hair is.
This is also too, we're going to do a little trim here so that we could actually see more of the ends. The ends are great, but when you have color, a lot of times they get a little dry. And you know, she's losing her silhouette.
So she needs a little bit of a trim.
Just a little bit of a trim. So then we're going to do that.
Okay.
So
so Diane, what are we going to do now with this foam?
Well, I wanted to, now that it's elongated, I did want to add texture on texture by giving her some flat twists. It's really easy to do. And it's simple, and you can wear it like in this style for a couple of days and open it up and have, you know, like soft waves after, and it won't shrink your hair up.
It's not? If I put it on right now, it's not going to shrink it back?
It's not going to shrink it back, because now we're going to use it for the twist. So now that she has,
Oh, wow.
So just a little.
So this style is going to just sort of give a wave to the curl?
Yeah.
Is this going to
It's going to make it wavy. Just redefining the curl.
Okay, so giving it some sort of a different definition. Twists can be so elegant. You can updo it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her a side swag.
A side swag, okay. And if you had done it, would you have done something a little bit different?
In what way?
Well, I mean, I don't know the amount that was used. You're touching the hair, you're feeling
No,
it.
it feels great. She has a lot of density. So when you have this kind of density, you're gonna use a lot of product.
Right.
That's for sure. Let's see. Did we get the front? Yeah.
Wow, look at this. So tell us, Diane, how did you use the foam to get this finished style, and what role did it play in this?
Well, the foam is a styling component. It helps you to cultivate the hair and smooth it down and lengthen and stretch the hair as well, while giving it nice texture. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to keep it stretched, which we did after blow drying with our blow dry cream. Then I proceeded to part and do a double strand flat twist and give her a little swag on the side. So the foam is a styling agent. You can set with it, you can use rods with it, you can braid with it, you can do flat twists with it, allow it to stay in for 2 or 3 days, and then open it up and get great texture on texture styling.
So help me with this styling agent versus what else have we got? I mean, so what's a styling agent?
Well, a styling agent is exactly what it means. It means it helps you to design, and it helps you to formulate, and it helps you to restructure texture. So that's why we call it a styling agent.
Okay, so it's sort of after the stages of the wash, the treatment, and then you style it, right?
Yes, so this is part of your finishing. This is part of your finishing, and one of the things I like about it, it's not going to be crunchy and it's not going to be stiff.
Oh, so the shine, the softness, the moisture.
Pliability, the moisture, and of course, you want to keep it stretched, and that's going to help you do that as well.
Okay, because it looks really sleek. You know, it looks sleek, pulled back. The edges are laid.
The edges are laid.
Right?
Important.
And I mean, it's just really like a very elegant look. I love how you put it back in a twist, in a little chignon like this, and added these, what do you call these, clips?
Well, they're hair accessories.
Okay, hair accessories.
Usually they put on braids, but you can put them on anything. You can put them on hair that's freestyled or on flat twists like this.
Yeah. And so, in terms of how did we use this? How many pumps? Does it matter? Do you have to part it and put it in? How do you use this product?
I would suggest with flat twist to do your part first, get the section that you want, and you can actually feel how thick or how thin that section is, and then pump. And you will pump maybe 2 pumps for each row, because she has a lot of density. For some people, their hair is not as thick, maybe 1 pump will do, and if your hair is really long, 3 pumps. But that's enough.
So this
would do a
is that a lot?
Yeah,
that's a lot.
That would do a whole braid.
Big section?
Yes, that would do a whole braid.
Because I saw you doing a lot of this. Does it matter?
Well, I like to do it in small segments because I have more control over the hair and the foam.
Got it. And there is moisture in this, right? So
absolutely. I mean, the whole point of having a styling agent, it's also, I consider it a leave-in conditioner because anything that you leave in should have some conditioning components. And within SheaMoisture, all our collections have conditioning components.
Yeah, there's no alcohol,
there's no alcohol, there's nothing
sulfates,
it
keeps your color.
So all our collections, particularly this collection, every component has a conditioning, moisturizing, or hydration component in it. And that's why you want to use it with that in mind as you're designing your conditioning and moisturizing your hair.
Okay, that's awesome. How do you feel? How do you feel? You came in here with your curly hair, and now you're leaving with a sleek style.
Using the foam, both products, it was amazing. I'm just in awe because now my hair has the ability to be lightweight, and it is smoother than it has ever been, honestly. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be able to use these products.
So, Shea family, thank you so much. We had such a great day. Diane, thank you so much for everything. We've learned a lot today about blow drying, especially, you know, what's important, what's not important, why it's important to use a protectant from the heat. It helps to keep your texture, not destroy it, right? And we didn't go bone straight today in terms of our styling, although you can go bone straight if you want to.
Yes.
And also, it's 2 additions to the Jamaican black castor oil. Styling products has been something you guys have always been asking us about, so we've introduced 2. I want you guys to go out to Sally's, try it, pick it up. Any Sally Beauty salon should be carrying it. If not, look for it online at sallybeauties.com and tell us how you like it. If you have any more questions or feedback or comments, follow us on social media. Diane is on Instagram at
Diane C. Bailey.
SheaMoisture TV. And do you have an Instagram you want to share with the folks? Not today. All right, guys. So thank you, Shea family, and let us know how you think. We'll be bringing more how-to videos. So let us know what you want to see. And as usual, take care and be well, Shea family.